Welcome back, guys. Jonlar here with another episode of Thought Play, the series where I take topics and talk about them while playing a variety of different games. In this episode, I'm going to be playing Battlefield 1 and talking about choosing colleges and post-secondary education and college visits and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I decided to talk about this topic today because it's very relevant to my life currently and recently and in the recent past and near future, and just me right now, because I am currently looking at colleges and trying to choose where to go to continue my education. And let me tell you something. I have gotten so many letters and even more emails nowadays, because I don't know, they get your information through different things that well, I guess they probably got it through different things that I've signed up for through school over the years and stuff like that. Just, there's all these different organizations that organize this, and I'll give all these different colleges your information, and I get all these letters and emails, just tons of them. And it's interesting because they all say the same thing, like, basically. They don't really tell you that much about the individual colleges that they're trying to sell. They give you the basic, like, they give you the same set of information. They give you numbers and percentages. Like, they give you the percentages of graduates that get jobs and the percentage of incoming students that get financial aid and all this kind of stuff about that. And they give you numbers like student to faculty ratios or the number of total students in the school and all these things that are important but not really important. And it just, I don't know, it seems kind of pointless to me sometimes, because it's like I get all these letters and they don't really tell me that much about the school besides how big it is and how successful their average student is. And I guess when I think about it, it makes sense because, these are numbers that you can look at and easily compare between all of these different letters that you're getting for different schools. And I guess for people who don't necessarily know what they're going to continue to do or don't have any idea at all and are just looking for a college that they think they will like, I guess that kind of information can be helpful. And don't get me wrong, I mean, the information, it is helpful information, it's good to know, but I don't find it to be a priority. Like, when I look at a college that I'm trying to see if I would be interested in, that's not really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the information regarding the program that I would be going into, or the department that I would be going into, because that's what matters. I could go to a really good school that has a really terrible department for what I'm interested in, and then what I'm trying to do, that just doesn't work out as well as if I were to go to a school that maybe I wasn't quite as interested in, didn't like quite as much, but had a really nice program and I got a good education for what I wanted to get, and I could move into that field and do well. So, and I know they can't give all that information in a letter or an email, but I just find it strange that that's like every single email and every single letter gives that same information. The student-to-faculty ratios, the percentage of students that get jobs, the percentage of students that get financial aid, the average class sizes, I don't think I mentioned that one before. Just all this information that's always given. It's just, I don't know, I find it kind of funny, I guess. And I don't know where I'm going with this from here, but I just feel like it's more important to look into how the college or whatever the school that you're looking at, how well it will provide for what you're planning on doing, what you're thinking about learning about. And I get that if you don't know what you're learning about, I guess you can't really look as closely into that, but I don't know, I just feel like the information that they give you isn't all that helpful. I feel like I still have to spend more time searching the internet and stuff, and like catalogs and such, to find schools that have the programs that I'm interested in, and then I have to go on college visits to those schools and talk, and talk with the actual program directors and look at the program and see, you know, is this program any good? Would I be interested in learning from this program? Because, you know, college visits are kind of the same way. Every time you go on a college visit, you get the same thing. They give you about an hour in an admissions session where they have a PowerPoint that pretty much goes through everything that those little letters and emails said. all those same numbers plus a little bit on some of the things that make the university or whatever special, so to speak. You know, what makes it unique, or what do they offer that maybe some places don't offer, or that they think they want, you know, to tell the students. You get all that, and that's kind of cool. And sometimes, you know, it's important to know that kind of stuff. And then you spend about an hour on a tour of the campus where they go around, they show you some of the buildings and all that, and then they show you a dorm, you know, what one of the dorms that you'd be staying in, and usually they show you one of the best ones that they can, because I don't know why. It would be nice if they showed you just the average dorm, because, you know, with all the people that are going to join the college, I don't think I'm going to end up in the nicest dorm. I mean, I won't be against ending up in the nicest dorm, but it's probably not going to happen, because if you think about the number of crazy nice dorm rooms there are compared to the number of students there are, so yeah, I find that kind of strange. I get it. They want to show the best stuff, but they couldn't they show what we're really getting into? It just, I don't know. I feel like that would be nice, but it's the same thing. They show you, they give you the admission session, they give you the tour, and they show you a dorm and maybe some of the big fancy buildings, and I don't know what else, but they give you a general tour around, maybe tell you some facts that you did or didn't know. And I don't know, it's the same thing as the letters then. You go out and you feel like you don't know much about what they offer. You know a lot about, you know, the general way things work, the way the campus looks and feels, which is important. I'm not saying that, you know, all this information isn't important. It is. But I guess especially for me, being kind of indecisive, I like to know as much as I can and what the experience will be like for me, personally. And I think that's important. But, I don't know, you always hear about these people who choose a college because they went on a visit and they just got there and they felt in like, this is it. And I don't know, maybe that is true for some people. They get to a college and they just know it's the place. But I guess I might just be too indecisive for that, because that's never going to happen to me. I'm going to have to visit all kinds of colleges, and I'm going to narrow it down to 2 or 3 that I really like, and I'll apply to all of them, and then once I get accepted, you know, out of the group that I get accepted to, I'll have to choose. I'll just have to sit down and really think about it and come to a decision. And there will be times where I'll doubt that decision, because I always end up doubting the decision. But, I don't know, it's just sort of a difficult thing to do, choosing colleges. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like it's difficult for everybody. It's got to be difficult for everybody, because it's important. You're finally able to choose where you're going to get your education. And it's the education that's really going to be important for getting you into careers beyond high school. Unless, of course, you are entering the workforce directly from high school, which is a completely different topic to talk about. But, I don't know, it's interesting choosing colleges. For those of you who have done it, if there are any of you who have done it, maybe you agree with what I'm saying. If you don't, I'd like to know what you think about, what you thought about choosing colleges. For those of you who are currently thinking about colleges, do you feel the same way? I'm kind of curious about that too. And then for those of you who haven't yet, this isn't meant to scare you. I hope it didn't. I don't think it did. It's not that big a deal. Like, it wasn't a scary video, but it's something that when you get there, it's a big thing. You think about it a lot. At least I find myself thinking about it a lot, and I assume everyone does, because it's a big deal. And I think that's all I've got for this episode. I don't know, I just sort of went rambling on about some of my thoughts about it, which actually worked out pretty well, because I've filled up nearly 10 minutes of video now. So, I think we're good, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, if you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Shut up, John.